Ladies and gentlemen, there comes a time in life when you realize that not everyone wants to see you succeed. There are those who smile in your face but secretly plot your downfall. They whisper doubts into the air, hoping the winds will carry them into your mind. They place obstacles in your path, hoping you will stumble. They try to break your spirit, crush your dreams, and bury your potential. Your struggles made you stronger. Every challenge, every setback, every moment of doubt you endured was not meant to break you, but to shape you. Life has a way of testing those who dare to dream, those who refuse to settle for mediocrity, and those who choose to walk their own path instead of following the crowd. When they tried to destroy you, they believed they were pushing you toward failure. What they failed to realize was that they were unknowingly refining you, making you more resilient, more determined, and more powerful than ever before. Think back to the times when you felt like giving up, when the weight of the world seemed unbearable. The moments when people turned their backs on you, when the ones you trusted betrayed you, when opportunities slipped through your fingers, leaving you feeling defeated. Those were the times when your strength was being tested, when your willpower was being forged in the fires of adversity. Every hardship was a lesson, every struggle a hidden blessing, and every wound a mark of survival. Pain has a way of teaching us lessons that comfort never could. It forces us to dig deep, to search within ourselves for strength we never knew we had. When they tried to destroy you, they thought you would crumble under the pressure. They expected you to fold, to retreat, to abandon your dreams. But instead, you endured. You held on when it would have been easier to let go. You stood tall when the world wanted to see you fall. You kept moving forward even when the road ahead was uncertain, even when fear whispered that you should turn back. What they failed to understand is that every hardship only added to your strength. Every disappointment only fueled your hunger for success. Every attempt to break you only made you more unbreakable. The moments of darkness you faced were not the end of your story, but the beginning of a new chapter, one in which you emerged stronger, wiser, and more prepared for what was to come. Strength is not built in moments of ease, it is built in the fire of struggle. It is in those moments when you have nothing left, when your back is against the wall, and when everything seems to be against you, that your true power is revealed. They tried to destroy you, but in doing so, they unknowingly helped you build a foundation so strong that nothing could shake you. Your struggles forced you to grow in ways you never imagined. They pushed you to develop new skills, to think differently, to become more adaptable. They made you realize that you are capable of more than you ever believed. You learned how to face rejection without losing confidence, how to stand alone without feeling lonely, and how to trust yourself when no one else did. The challenges you faced gave you the wisdom to navigate life with clarity, the patience to wait for the right opportunities, and the courage to take risks that others feared. And now, as you stand on the other side of your struggles, you can see clearly. You see that the pain you endured was not in vain. You see that every tear, every sleepless night, and every battle you fought had a purpose. You see that without the struggles, you would not be the person you are today, stronger, bolder, and more determined than ever before. The people who tried to break you are now forced to watch as you rise. They see the strength in you that they never expected. They see the success they once doubted you would achieve. They see the fire in your eyes, the confidence in your steps, and the unstoppable force that you have become. And while they may never admit it, they now realize that their efforts to bring you down only propelled you forward. But the most powerful lesson of all is this: you no longer need their validation, their approval, or their recognition. You have found strength within yourself that no one can take away. You have proven, not to them, but to yourself, that you are unbreakable. So let them watch. Let them wonder how you survived, how you thrived, how you turned pain into power. Let them see that the very thing they thought would destroy you became the force that made you unstoppable. And as you continue to rise, remember this: your strength was never dependent on them. It was always within you, waiting to be discovered. They underestimated you. They saw your struggles, your failures, and your moments of doubt and assumed that you were weak. They looked at your setbacks and mistakes and believed that you would never recover. They measured you by your lowest points, by the times when life knocked you down, by the moments when you faltered. But what they failed to see was the fire inside you, the resilience that could not be broken, the strength that was waiting to rise. They underestimated you because they only saw the surface. They did not see the battles you fought in silence, the determination that grew in the darkness, the quiet resolve that refused to be extinguished. People often judge based on appearances. They see only what is visible and assume they know the whole story. They saw you struggling and assumed you were losing. They saw you in pain and assumed you were defeated. But they never looked beyond what was in front of them. They did not see the lessons you were learning, the endurance you were building, the quiet transformation that was happening beneath the surface. They mistook your struggles for weakness, not realizing that every difficulty was making you stronger. They mistook your silence for surrender, not understanding that you were preparing for your moment to rise. They underestimated your ability to endure. They believed that if they pushed you hard enough, if they created enough obstacles, if they made the path difficult enough, you would eventually give up. But you did not. You faced every challenge with resilience. You took every failure as a lesson. You endured the pain, the doubt, the rejection, and still you moved forward. No matter how many times you were knocked down, you refused to stay there. No matter how many times you were counted out, you found a way to rise again. They underestimated your determination. They thought that if they made things difficult, if they shut doors in your face, if they ignored your efforts, you would lose faith in yourself. But instead of breaking you, their doubt became your motivation. Every time they told you that you couldn't, you became more determined to prove that you could. Every time they tried to hold you back, you pushed forward with even more strength. They believed they were discouraging you, but all they did was ignite a fire that burned brighter with every obstacle. They underestimated your vision. They could not see the dreams you carried in your heart. They could not understand the depth of your ambition. They assumed that just because they could not see your progress, there was none. They thought that just because your success had not yet arrived, it never would. They did not realize that greatness is often built in silence, that the most powerful transformations happen when no one is watching. They did not know that you were laying the foundation for something they could not comprehend. They underestimated your ability to rise. They thought that after everything you had been through, you would not have the strength to get back up. They believed that the weight of your failures, the pain of your struggles, and the disappointment of your setbacks would be enough to keep you down. But they were wrong. You rose from every fall. You turned every setback into a comeback. You refused to be defined by your failures. Instead, you used them as stepping stones to something greater. Now, they are paying the price for underestimating you. They are watching as you rise, as you succeed, as you achieve what they said was impossible. They see the strength in you that they never acknowledged. They see the success they once doubted you would attain. They see the unstoppable force you have become, and they are forced to face the truth. They were wrong about you. Every doubt they had, every time they dismissed you, every time they counted you out, they were setting themselves up to be proven wrong. But the greatest victory is not in proving them wrong, it is in proving yourself right. It is in knowing that you never needed their approval, their validation, or their belief in you. It is in realizing that their doubt did not define you, that their underestimation had no power over your destiny. You always had the strength, the vision, and the resilience within you. And now, as you stand tall, as you embrace your success, you do so not because of them, but in spite of them. Let them watch. Let them wonder how they could have been so wrong about you. Let them see the power they never recognized, the potential they dismissed, the greatness they overlooked. Because now it is undeniable. You were never weak. You were never broken. You were never incapable. You were simply waiting for your moment to shine. And now that moment has arrived. Your success is the ultimate revenge. There was a time when they doubted you, when they spoke about you as if you would never make it, as if you were destined to fail. They laughed behind your back, dismissed your dreams, and treated your ambitions as if they were nothing more than fantasies. They ignored your efforts, overlooked your potential, and never gave you the credit you deserved. They did everything they could to break you, believing that you would never rise beyond their expectations. But now, they are forced to watch as you succeed. They are witnessing the very thing they tried to prevent. You thriving, you rising, you becoming everything they said you could never be. And that is the most powerful revenge. Not anger, not retaliation, not seeking to harm them in return. No, your success speaks louder than any words ever could. It is the proof that they were wrong about you, that their doubts were meaningless, that their attempts to hold you back only made you strong. There was a time when you felt like their words had power over you. You may have questioned yourself, wondered if they were right, doubted whether you had what it took to succeed. But as time passed, you realized that their negativity was never about you. It was about them. It was about their own fears, their own insecurities, their own limitations that they tried to project onto you. They could not imagine your success because they could not see beyond their own failures. What they did not understand is that you never needed their approval. You never needed them to believe in you. What you needed was the fire inside you, the hunger to keep going, the refusal to accept defeat. And now that fire has led you to a place they never thought you would reach. Your success is not just a personal victory, it is a message. It is a message to everyone who ever doubted you, whoever tried to diminish your worth, whoever thought they had the power to dictate your future. It tells them that you are not defined by their opinions. It tells them that their efforts to break you failed. It tells them that no matter how much they tried to stop you, you were always meant to win. And now, they have no choice but to face the reality of your success. They see you thriving, growing, achieving more than they ever thought possible. They hear your name in places they never expected. They watch as you accomplish things they once mocked. And deep down, they know the truth. They did not stop you. In fact, they only fueled your determination. But here is what makes your success even more powerful. You do not need revenge in the way they expected. You do not need to seek their downfall. You do not need to throw their failures in their face. Your success is enough. It speaks for itself. It reminds them every day that they were wrong, that they underestimated you, that they never truly understood your strength. And as you move forward, you realize something even greater. Your success is not just about proving them wrong. It is about proving yourself right. It is about knowing that you had the power all along. It is about understanding that your worth was never dependent on their recognition. It is about stepping into your greatness without looking back. Let them watch. Let them see the person they once doubted, standing tall, unshaken, unstoppable. Let them witness the power of perseverance, of resilience, of refusing to be defined by the limits they tried to place on you. Let them feel the weight of their misjudgment, not because you need their regret, but because it is the natural consequence of their actions. You have won, not through revenge, not through anger, but through sheer success. And that is the greatest victory of all. They must face the consequences. They spent so much time trying to bring you down, convinced that their words, actions, and betrayals would break you. They underestimated your strength, your resilience, your ability to rise again. They believed that if they pushed you hard enough, created enough obstacles, and filled your mind with enough doubt, you would eventually give up. They worked against you, laughed at your struggles, and dismissed your efforts. They thought they had won, but they were wrong. Now, they are paying the price. They have no choice but to watch you succeed, to see you rise despite everything they did to keep you down. They tried to block your path, but you found another way. They tried to make you doubt yourself, but you turned their doubt into motivation. They tried to silence you, but now your success speaks louder than their negativity ever could, and that is their consequence. To witness what they tried to destroy become unstoppable. There was a time when they felt powerful. They thought they had control over your future. They believed that their actions, their words, their sabotage would be enough to stop you. But now that power is gone. They no longer hold any influence over your life. You have proven that their opinions, their doubts, and their schemes were never strong enough to break you. You have taken back control. Now they must live with the regret that they ever doubted you, Regret that they wasted their time trying to stop you instead of focusing on their own growth. Regret that they did not believe in you when they had the chance. They see you thriving, and deep down, they know they were wrong about you. They see the success they tried to deny you, and it reminds them of their own failures. But the real price they pay is not just watching you succeed, it is realizing that they played no role in your journey. They are not the reason you made it. They are not the ones who supported you, who lifted you up, who believed in you when times were tough. And now, they are on the outside looking in. They see you surrounded by people who appreciate your worth, by opportunities they thought you would never have, by success they swore would never come your way, and they know that they are not a part of it. That is the price of underestimating someone. That is the cost of trying to destroy what was always meant to rise. But here's the most powerful part. You are no longer concerned with them. You do not need to seek revenge. You do not need to waste energy proving anything to them. Your success is enough. Your growth is enough. Your happiness is enough. The greatest punishment for those who tried to break you is seeing you live your best life without them. They tried to destroy you, but they failed. And now they must face the consequences of their own actions. Let them watch. Let them wonder how they could have been so wrong about you. Let them sit with the reality that they lost someone who was destined for greatness. And as for you, keep rising, keep succeeding, keep proving that nothing can stop you. Because the best revenge is not revenge at all. It is living a life so incredible that those who tried to bring you down realize they never had the power to do so in the first place.